Now, another thing is what a designer does, for example, is that would explain why some dinosaurs are plant eaters and other dinosaurs have teeth. Right, right. Now, why is a omnivore? You know what I mean, right? Why is there a carnivore and whatever you call a plant-eating dinosaur? Why do you not understand, right, that both evolved somehow without or by different types of teeth as well? Shouldn't there be something that's half meat eater and half plant eater as well if your theory of evolution is correct? Right. Okay, but you got two different types of dinosaurs, right? Just as you have different types of animals, right? Right. Sheep, goats, right? Pigs sometimes, right? Eat grass, right? But yeah, a pig is unique in that, like a human, right? Whatever you feed it, though, it'll eat. But yet, a cow or a ox or a mule, for example, right, or a horse, right, and again, a donkey or ass or whatever you want to call it, only eats grass type stuff. A horse eats hay, of course, which is a type of grass, right? Again, now, here's your problem, though. You cannot explain this without something showing you, right, why these certain animals are plant eaters as well, and certain animals are meat eaters, like lions, right, even kitty cats are meat eaters. Right? Dogs are meat eaters. Right? Apes and chimpanzees, though, eat a little bit of different things, but they also mainly eat grass. Right? Sometimes are trees. Right, right, right. But with us, we have to cook our food, even, right, to eat it. Right. What's that all about? Right. We don't eat it raw as a lion, right? Nor do we eat just vegetables as the herbivores. There it is, right? Right, right. Kind of forgot what it was called, Robo. But then I remembered, right? Like with that question Lieutenant Guzman asked us, right? Where we neither one knew the answer at first, but the more he pressed us, right, it finally popped in my head, right? Which means I had forgotten the answer and you didn't remember it either. Until it popped into my head. Both of us were wrong in guessing the first guess we guessed. Though you let me take the lead. But I also recovered the information by how Lieutenant Guzman let us both know that the first answer was wrong. Then the correct answer, luckily for both of us, popped into my head. Just as that one did. After I forgot, I suddenly remembered. Robinson. That's all it was. That's all it was. Two. So, why does God make certain animals plant eaters, certain animals meat eaters, right? And they kill to sustain their appetite. The meat eaters. The herbivores just eat grass type vegetation. Unlike us, who eats different kinds of vegetables. Another thing and point, is not only did God make fruit trees for us, it made vegetable plants, for us to eat of. Now, in the Garden of Eden, and on the earth itself, there are at least 25 different types of fruit trees. Plus, the plant life, or the herbs, right? Vegetables for us to eat. Again. Do you get the point so far? We have peas, we have carrots, we have all that on the planet for us to eat. You don't think, scientists, something made all this for us to have. You're blind as the Christians are when it comes to the 7 seals too. They won't see that secret teaching either of Christ, which the Gnostics were trying to bring it out, and the Orthodox were trying to keep it a secret, That's the difference too. Now, even though we didn't know about dinosaurs, the Bible does talk of other creatures, like Leviathan or Behemoth, and not really all of the animals in the animal kingdom are mentioned in the Bible anyway, like snails, earthworms, turtles. Well, maybe turtles would be turtles. I don't know, but it don't mention all the animals on the planet. Gorillas will be one. I don't think there's even one gorilla mentioned in the Bible, But it don't mean they don't exist, See, that's just information, Not in it, that's still true, Do you see what I mean? Just cause a truth, like it takes a woman 9 months to have a baby, And if David gets Bathsheba pregnant, when he calls her to his chamber, and has sex with her in the chamber, which she's a woman, he's the king of Israel. Don't you think that could even be a psychological rape if the woman knows she's married, of the king to one of his subjects? And again, like she really had a choice. But still, David did that. Ain't that why Bill Brooks said it's good to be the king? Right. The king can get away with things like that. Bathsheba couldn't do nothing if she went voluntarily to his chamber. Right, the bed chamber. Now, what does Jesus also say to Jezebel? I will kill your children with death, Christians. And this could do with abortion as well. And again, why an unbelieving woman might abort a child, whereas a believing woman may not, You cannot force Christian morals on an unbelieving woman, They don't believe as you believe. Otherwise, you're not allowing the separation of church and state. That means church cannot force a woman who does not believe in Jesus to not have an abortion if she wants one medically before the third trimester. I still agree that after a certain point it's too late, right? But up until the third trimester is how it used to be, right? Now you're wanting it within 6 weeks, right? When the woman don't even know she's pregnant yet. That's bull shit. Excuse my French there, YouTube. But you know what I mean. That is crap. That is bull crap. So much crap, I call it shit too. Excuse my French again if that word bothers you. And I don't have freedom of speech anymore to say it, right? Meaning human waste, or the waste of any animal. Doing number 2, as we were taught to call it growing up in Georgia. I too know number 1 and number 2 as well. And again, pissing against a law, even as David threatened Naaman's, whatever his name was, one of his wife's husbands, before he died mysteriously. Right. And then after, David requested some meat for his men, right? So David was kind of a dick most of the time. And if you were an enemy, he would kill any male that pisses against the law. To quote the King James Version of the Bible again, right? Okay? Urinate is another way to say it, right? Right. And again, it's just a different word for the same thing. Right. I forgot what they call these types of words in English or whatever, right? 2 for now. But it's a different word to describe a same function, right? Like, you could have sex, or, as they say in the ghetto, fuck a woman, right? Or a man, right? If you're not committed to them, that's what that means, right? Alright? You can also have sex like me and my ex-wife did and get married, right? After the sex, right? Or you can break up with the person and never touch them again, if they so desire. The choice ain't just yours, it's mine too, right? And sometimes I might say no, or I might say yes. It all depends on the situation, right? Right. Since I'm 52 and still single. Right. But unless I think you're old enough, and I would ask you your age before I sleep with you anyway. And that's what I was talking about on YouTube, if you somehow heard about me, and that I was even trying to sleep with a 15-year-old and felt you had to lie but trick me, or blackmail me a little, and maybe even attack me afterwards, right? Because someone made you think I was talking about you, who found out you were that age and working in your father's store, when I wasn't talking about you, right? That was called a coincidence. I didn't know your real age. And I'm trying to apologize to you. Right, right. That's all. And forgive you and move on from it. Right. Even if I don't remember in detail what we did. Right. I also know if I was relieved of my memory and you banned me from your store, Michelle, or your dad's store, right? There's a reason for that. And again, I forgive you your confusion, because the same thing happened with the Comcast girl, too, right? Who may have, again, at first went along with it, but then changed their mind, right? Again, understanding both girls' decision to change their mind at the end of the sex season, right? But I still forgive you both your confusion. Right. The thing is, though, alright, you need to stop if you don't want it. Right. I didn't want to do it in the first place. You don't have to insult me, right, to tell me you don't like me that way. But you also don't trick me, and take an hour of my time and me not know something happened. Something's going on. Right? Even if I don't remember what's going on, I don't normally lose an hour getting my nails done and miss my movie, right? I was planning to see, which I would tell you that too, wouldn't I? Didn't I? I was going to see a movie anyway. Unless you got other plans for us. Thinking you really 37 too. Right. Okay, bye-bye.